Day Trader X here from Day Trading the Chart. Just looking at this instrument here, NERV. It's a stock and it gapped way up today. I think I might be getting a short entry on it here. I'm looking at it, watching it, waiting for it to happen. If it happens, I'm going to take it short. It is shortable through Interactive Brokers, and I'm going to take it short if it does go short here. I'll be right back. I am watching other stocks too. I'm also watching Caesars. Probably going to take a position on Caesar today as well. Be right back. Just in case you're wondering where I'm getting these two stocks at, CZR, which is Caesars, and NERV, I could show it to you. This is a scanner through Equity Feed, and it's just a gap up scanner. And these two stocks are the first ones. CZR, Caesars has got 32 news out right now, and NERV has one. Go read it. It says neuroscience to host live conference call and webcast with key opinion leaders to discuss success. So it's just a news. You don't really need to pay any attention to news using my system. You just need to pay attention to what's hot, and things that do get news do get hot. So you know, it's good to have it. It's good to have it, but you don't necessarily need it. But what you do need is the ability to know what's hot out there right now, whether it be anything at all. Gold, oil, a stock, Lyft, Uber has been hot for weeks and weeks now. It's been great. It's been really, really great. You can still trade it, but it's nowhere near as hot. But it will get hot again. Stocks always do that. All instruments always do that. They always go from being hot and cold, or not, I wouldn't say cold, but not being very active to being really active. They always go back and forth. You don't want to trade anything that's not active. You want to trade something that is really active at the time, every day. And then my trading system will work really, really super well. Okay, we're going to get an entry here. My system is going to tell me whether this thing is going to go up or down, and I'm going to take a position. I'll be back. By the way, on YouTube, I'll teach you about these scanners and how you can get them, and it's through Equity Feed. It's somewhere around $200 a month, and but you can program them exactly how you want them. I've got my own custom scans, but again, you really don't need to have this to use my system. You really don't. The only reason why you'd want this is to know what's hot every single day. And for that, it's useful. But there are other free options that you could use, or even cheaper options that you could use if you wanted to find out what's going on in the market. You don't necessarily have to have Equity Feed, but Equity Feed is definitely useful, and I use it. There are other scanners out there that are similar, though, for even less money. But once you really get into day trading like you're seeing me do, or you're going to see me do here, you know, these little expenses of $200 a month won't be much to you, considering the fact how much money you'll make with, you know, by using my system. You make a tremendous amount of money at the markets, which you're about to see here very soon. I'm still waiting very patiently for an entry to come, and when it comes, I'm going to take it. I'm only going to need to take one entry. I'm probably going to take an entry on both stocks, Caesars and NERV, some neuroscience company. So two entries today. Both of them should be right. Be an easy day. My point before, though, was that, you know, every day this is going to be different. Every day it'll be a top stock up here, a top stock here. I also have another scanner here, High Flyers. It's got good volume, and you know, they're moving, and so you can go with what's over here. I like to go both ways. Whatever's moving the most, I'll take a look at them. Whatever's moving the most, that's what I'm going to go with. Okay, I have got the stock NERV short here with 5,000 shares. System is saying it's going to go down here. Now I'm looking at Caesars. I'm looking at taking a position on it as well. I will be right back. Well, I'll go ahead and record here as I'm looking at it. You know, I still don't have a position on this thing and an entry on Caesars yet. Still looking at it though. It's going to give me an entry, but just hasn't done so yet. So I will be back. Okay, so I'm still waiting for an entry on Caesars right now. I still don't have one. It's kind of moving slow right now all of a sudden. So, but it will give me an entry. At least it should. And so right now I'm still just short in NERV, as we looked up earlier, neurobiology company. I don't pay much attention to what this stuff is. I just trade it and use my system. As long as it's moving, it's got a reason to move. It's got news out, anything at all. It's moving. It's gapped way up. It could fill the gap. It's gapped way down. It could go lower. Anything at all to give it a reason to move. I'll trade it. And as long as it does move, my system will work really super well. But right now, Caesars isn't really doing very much. So we're just looking at NERV right now, and this one should be good for, well, it should be good for quite a few ticks. It should be good for about, I would say, a good 100 ticks. So about $1 here. So I've got 5,000 shares on it. That's $50 a tick times 100 ticks, $5,000 on this trade is what I'm looking at here for profit. And I'm still looking for an entry on CZR. Still don't have one. I will be back soon though. Oh, by the way, for those of you who are new to trading, what you see right here, see this red line? This red line indicates that's my position right there, and I have a short entry. In other words, I'm saying that this is going to go down, and if it goes down, I'm going to make money when it goes down because I've got a short position. I'll explain shorting later at my YouTube channel. You can look for that. If I had a long position, it would be green, and that would be my same price. I'd be saying it's going to go up from there, and if it goes up, I would make money. But right now, I'm saying it's going to go down. I've got a short position, and as it goes down, I make money. Currently, in my position indicator over to the right, which you can't see, you're only seeing one monitor right now, it shows I'm up 800 or 874 now. But down below, down here, you only see it because there it goes, 867. It takes like a minute to catch up or something like that. But the real-time one is over to the right. I'm now up 918 on the position. So I'm going to go for about 5,000 on this one. And if I can get a position on CZR, I should be able to make at least 50 ticks on that one, possibly more, maybe 75, even 100, possibly. And but I could go for 50 ticks on it. That would put me on CZR. I could do another 5,000, put me another 2,500. Like I say, when you learn my system of trading, which is very simple to do, can't imagine how simple it is. Very easy to learn. Once you get into this, you'll see there's a tremendous amount of money to be made at this. Tremendous amount of money. And all you got to do is just learn the system, learn from me, and start making money. It's really that simple. A lot of people out there say they have a good system, but they don't show it to you. They don't prove it to you every day. And that is what I do. Show it and prove it every day. Okay, I'm still just short here in NERV. I still don't have an entry yet into Caesars. I will get one though, and as soon as I do, I will take a position into it. So anyway, still just short. Currently up like 1900 and okay, 1600. It's bouncing around a bit. 1700. It's bouncing around here, but up pretty good on NERV, going for about 5,000, about 100 ticks. Should be good for about that. And still watching Caesars here for an entry. I'll be back. Got a lot of things I'd like to talk to you about though. I want to start teaching you about trading. And one of the beautiful things about Interactive Brokers is that you can trade with just 100 shares in a real account for, I believe it's 35 cents per trade. Yeah, 35 cents per trade. And so what that allows you to do is to practice. Let's say you're a new trader. You could practice in a demo account. But the problem with that is it's nice, but it doesn't give a real world scenario to trading. And then when you get into a real account, you get really scared, really afraid. And you can feel it in your nerves, and you start to sweat, and you get really panicky, and that's not good. How do you get over that? Well, how you get over it is to practice it and do it over and over again. After a while, it doesn't bother you anymore. And so, but how do you do that though? You can't do it in a demo account. It just doesn't work. You could pretend like it's real all you want, but the back of your mind, you know it's not real. Therefore, it doesn't really make you afraid. You could do this, you could do that, you could go long, you could go short, you can go with any amount of money you want to go in with. It makes no difference. There's no real account, no real money being lost or won or made, and therefore there's no stress involved. So you don't get to practice that stress. The only way is with a real account. And I have found that if somebody just uses just 100 shares, but it's real, that feeling will come. It doesn't matter if it's 100 shares or 100 or 10,000 shares or whatever. It doesn't matter. That feeling will come no matter what if it's real. So you can just practice with 100 shares, which you're only making $1 a tick or losing $1 a tick. But it will help you to practice the feeling of what it feels like to have this stress. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, it doesn't happen anymore. You get used to it, and you don't feel it anymore, and it really doesn't even bother you anymore. It's just something you have to get used to. And it just takes some practice, that's all, in a real account. That's why I love Interactive Brokers, because you can practice at such a small amount of money, small amount of risk going either way, just to practice in a real account. It really helps. It really works. Okay, I've got Caesars CZR short here at what is my price? 1165 short. They only gave me 1,400 shares though. It canceled the rest because it had gone down. It missed it. Could have held it out there and got it. But right now, this is just it's a way for me to take a position. If I'm wrong, I'm going to lose really small, only about maybe 6-7 ticks or so. And if I'm right, I'm going to make a lot of ticks, probably about 100 ticks or so. Maybe not quite that much, maybe only 75 or so. So it's just a really good mathematical risk for me to go for it right here using my system. So right now I am short on two different instruments. I'm short 5,000 shares at NERV. Currently up 1365 in the position, and I am short CZR. Only got 1,400 shares on it. Currently down like $30 on that one. So anyway, just two stocks today, and that should be good enough. Make some ticks here and call it a day. Again, for those of you who are new at trading, see this red line right here? That shows that I'm short in the position right there at that line. And if it goes down, I'm going to make money. If it goes up, I'm going to lose money. However, if it just goes up and starts to break up here, I'm just going to get out. Actually, technically, my system would say go long, which I will go ahead and do so. And so it would be a small loss. I'll take it long and ride it up for a bit. I don't know how much I could get going up. I know I could get quite a bit coming back down, but I don't know about going up. But I'll go for maybe 50 ticks or so. Could have actually traded Lyft again today. It's doing pretty good. I've been making a fortune on Lyft lately, and Uber too. But Lyft has been particularly good, and it's really slowing down now. But still, even it's going slow right now. it's still really good. All you got to do is just use my system. A lot of ticks on it so far today, and more to come. But anyway, this one should get moving here. Caesars. It's going to come down here and should come down pretty good. Possibly even get 100 ticks on Caesars here. There is a possibility of that happening. Looking for a good 75, I would think. 75 ticks on this one. And Nerve is also coming down. It's currently at 620, and I am short on that at 655. Currently ahead 1774, 1800 now. It's bouncing around. But yep, a lot of money to be made at the market. All you need to do is have the right system and have the right instructor. And I think that I'm the right instructor because I've been trading for a long time and I know a lot about the markets. And I developed a revolutionary, an absolute revolutionary trading system, trading technique that is so simple anybody can learn it. Each one of my courses are only 1 hour long. I should speak volumes about how simple it is. It's very simple. It only took me 1 hour to fully explain it and how to do it. So it's really easy. And that's why I say learn one day, trade the next, because you can do that with my system. Okay, still just watching these. Nerve is 614 now, coming down. I'm ahead on that 2,000, getting closer to the $5,000 mark on that one. This one isn't doing very much. I'm just sitting here watching it to see if it's going to come down now, because if it is, it's going to continue to come down. If it goes back up and starts to break higher than where it was, I'm going to get back out. And only for a small loss, I think like 6-7 ticks or something like that. So anyway, I will be back shortly. Here is NERV, took that short at 655. It's now down 614 right now. So it's coming down nice, ahead 2,000, a little over 2,000, 2,075 right here. Looking for 5,000 on this trade, 100 ticks with 5,000 shares. So should be able to get it pretty easily. If you are wondering what I'm using today as far as my courses are concerned, I am using a combination of big entry and easy entry, using them both today. And what you are seeing me do as a result is just take 1 or 2 entries, one entry into 2 different stocks, with just 1 entry into each one, and then win on both of them very easily. Hold them for a big trade, making trading easy. But let's say that bores you to death and you want to get in and trade. No problem. You want Market Master, and you will be able to do what you want to do with Market Master. Me personally, I like to relax. I like to kick back. I like to take 1 trade, make a big trade, and that's it. Do that on 2 different stocks or 2 different instruments, whatever's hot. If gold's hot, I trade gold. If oil's hot, I trade oil. If the Dow is hot, I trade the Dow. If the Hang Seng is hot, I trade the Hang Seng. Anything, everything that is hot, I will trade using my system. And that's all you need. And you basically just make a big trade and the day's over, and it's pretty simple, and that's all you need to do. That's the way I like to trade now. But when I was younger and first started off trading, even for quite a while, that's the way I like to trade. I like to just trade. Almost just even for the fun of it, just the fun to trade, to get in and get out, find something, make a trade. Make, 10 ticks here, 10 ticks there, 20 ticks here, 20 ticks there. Anything, everything, just to have fun all day long, otherwise I'd be bored. Well, I'm no longer like that anymore, and I am quite a bit older than what I used to be, and 20 years experience trading, and I like to trade this way, and I think a lot of people like to trade this way as well. So, you want to trade this way? Big trade and easy entry together. Otherwise, if you love to just get in and trade, you want Market Master. You'll be able to be a real Market Master with that technique, that's for sure. Okay, so you can see where NERV is. We'll just call it Nerve. is at 616 right now. I'm ahead quite a bit, up about 2,000 right now. And let's go take a look at Caesars, CZR. Okay, here is CZR. Here is my position, as you can see here from the red line. I'm ahead a little bit. It's not moving very much. There is a possibility. You will see sometimes that stocks will do this. They'll gap up and they'll go sideways the whole rest of the day. It is a possibility this stock could do that today. I can't tell whether it's going to or not, but it does have a lot of news. It wasn't moving all before. It did gap up big. It does have a reason to move. Therefore, I'm playing it. But sometimes you will get into these stocks. They just won't do anything. That's why it's always good to play more than one stock and put your money a little bit here and a little bit there. And between the two of them, you should be able to pick a nice winner. And then many days you'll pick both of them and they'll both be winners. So you need to really score. But I'm just trying to warn you that it's a possibility this stock might not do anything today. But if it's going to do anything at all, it's going to come down here, most likely. Or I'm going to take a small loss as it starts to go back up. I'll be back. Well, I hope that you will subscribe to my channel, because what I'm going to show you is trading every day using Interactive Brokers, as you see me using here, to show you the incredible, amazing success that you can have. All you have to do is do what I'm doing. Use my system, which is very simple. Much more simple than you probably even think or believe. It's very, very, very simple. Anybody could learn it. I could teach a 10-year-old how to do it in 30 minutes. Guaranteed. So I think that you could learn. If a 10-year-old can learn, you can learn. And it's very, very simple. Now, what's harder to learn is how to control your emotions when you're trading. That's why I highly recommend getting Interactive Brokers, using 100 shares to start with. You don't pay attention to the money. You're only going to make or lose $1 a tick. You're not going to make or lose anything, basically. It's like trading without really trading, without losing or making any money. Let's put it that way. But it will give you the practice that you need so that you can overcome this feeling. I would say if you do it every day for maybe a month or so, you'd overcome it. Maybe some people even just a week or 2 weeks. Some people, they're just natural traders and it doesn't bother them at all. But I think a lot of people it does, and that's what stands in the way of a lot of people's success. Because then when they go and start using the real money and they have to play at a higher amount to try to make money with, then they get afraid and that gets in the way. Then they go try to practice on a demo, but that doesn't give them the experience of how to get over the fear. So if you use Interactive Brokers, use 100 shares per trade, now all of a sudden your brain knows that it's real. You're going to lose money if you get it wrong. And you'll start to feel that feeling, that bad feeling that you feel when you try to trade. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, it'll go away. You just get used to it. It just happens. The more you trade, the more you'll get used to it. So as you can see right now, this thing is sitting right at my price. My average price is 1165, and it's sitting right at 1165. So it's not going anywhere for me right now. Let's go take a look at NERV again. Okay, so this one is down to 612 here. I'm up 2174 on it. So got a ways to go for it to make it to my exit or where I want to get out. But it is moving and should continue to move here and get 100 ticks. 100 ticks should pretty much be in the bag. This is a combination of big trade and easy entry together. You are going to be amazed by what you see me do every day. You're going to be absolutely amazed by it. And I want you to be amazed. I want you to be amazed. I want you to learn my system, and I want you to go out and be successful. And I want you to tell other people about it. And, let them know that there's a real way. At Trader X, at Day Trading the Chart, has a real way to make money at the markets. For real. And I have discovered a revolutionary system. A lot of people want to keep that to themselves And I understand if you do, because you want to protect the way to make money, but there is a smorgasbord out there of instruments and markets all around the world, which I'm going to show you. Japanese market, Chinese market, everybody's market that you can trade and make money from, so you really don't need to worry. Okay, CZR is starting to come down now. We can go take a look at it. Okay, starting to come down here a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. It could be a long ways down though. I mean, this could come down $1 today very easily. I would look for about 75 cents, 75 ticks for it to come down, quite possibly $1. You can see NERV here, N-E-R-V, moving back up a little bit. No reason to even worry about that at all. When you know my system of trading, you'll know where to get in and where to get out. And you won't need to worry about these little moves. You'll know which direction it's ultimately going to go. And so you won't get out too early and just take, like right now I'm up about 1,300. If I was scared to get out, I'd only make 1,300. But if I know that I can hold it and make 5,000, what should I do? Well, I should hold it and make 5,000, right? Well, I know that I can make 5,000. So I'm going to hold it and hold it down. I mean, there is a chance that it could go up and I wouldn't make that much money or wouldn't even make any money at all in this trade. There certainly is that chance. But believe me, with my system, you will be accurate more times than you could imagine. Like right now, it's going back up again. Not to even worry at all. It's going to go down. Anyway, I will come back and I will show it to you, and I will show it to you every day. Anybody could get it right on one day, even 2 days, even 3 days, even a week, even have a good month. But unless you really know what you're doing, unless you're really using a real proven system, you're not going to make it. And so over time, you're going to see that I can come into the market and make money from one stock after another with no problem at all. And I will show that every day. Every day that I trade, which will be almost every day. Okay, NERV is starting to drop down here. As you can see, it's now down at 597. I'm up 3,000 here on the trade. Just looking for it to come down to $5.55 for 100 ticks, or $1 for a $5,000 trade. Also, I am in CZR. It is coming down a little bit here. Only up on it about 12 ticks right now, so it's not moving very much. But this one's probably going to get me out here pretty soon. And just patiently waiting. See, there's a secret about the market that I'm going to teach you if you get my courses, and you'll be able to do what I'm doing and do it every day. I will teach you the secret. And if you are a trader, or if you want to be a trader, you definitely want to get my courses. That's all I can say. And I will do my part and show it to you every day so that you can see it for yourself. And again, I'd really like to get some feedback, and I'd like to get some reviews from all of you, and let people know how well this is working. Because frankly, if I did not show it here on YouTube, people would not believe. So I am showing it. Also, as a trader, get out of the mindset of investing or only making money if it goes up. Don't even think like that. You make money as it goes down all the time. I mean, I'm not sure what the percentage is, but it wouldn't surprise me at all if I went short more than I go long. It just depends. If the system tells me to go long, I go long. If it tells me to go short, I go short. I just happen to go short a lot. I don't know what the percentage is, though, like I said, but don't be afraid to go short. Going short is the same thing as going long. There's really no difference. If you've got 1,000 shares, you're making $10 a tick. 2,000 shares, $20 a tick. 5,000 shares, $50 a tick. That's what I've got on this one here. 5,000 shares, I'm making $50 a tick. So every time it ticks up, $5.99 or six even, or 601. Each tick is $50, win or lose. So I'm ahead. I don't know how many ticks I'm ahead here, but I'm ahead pretty good. Over 50 ticks, and pretty easy. It's really easy stuff. So many people out there, they want to complicate trading and complicate it so much that I don't even know how people could even learn to trade. Trading is really simple, and it should be kept simple. And that's what I do in my courses. Keep it really simple. You see what I'm doing? Does it look complex to you? I took one entry. I'm holding it for 100 ticks. I took another entry on Caesars. Everybody knows about Caesars, right? Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. Actually, this is the whole company, but Caesars Group. But I took a short position on this thing. It hasn't moved anywhere yet, and it might not do so. But as a trader, you don't know that for sure. But it does have a reason to move, and if it does, it's going to come down quite a bit. It's going to start filling the gap here. Probably not going to fill the gap today, but how about halfway down maybe? Might fill the gap halfway down. See the gap here? It closed here on Friday and opened here on Monday. Basically gone sideways the whole time. My system says it's going to go short here, but how far short, can't say for sure. Not on this stock, not on this particular day. But over here on Nerve, this one can move quite a bit, and it has moved quite a bit, and it can still move quite a bit down. Here's the gap right here, gapped all the way up, and then it has drifted down. A lot of times they'll come down a bit like that, but then shoot up and keep going higher. So you have to have a system to know which one it's going to do. Is it going to shoot up and keep going higher? Is it going to go back down? And being able to just take one entry on it and hit it is really a luxury way to trade. And that's what I'll teach you, a luxury way to trade. Or if you want to be super active, you want Market Master, and you can get in and out all day long, 100 times if you wanted to. Personally, that takes a lot of effort. I don't really like to do that, but when I was young, I would have liked it, and I did like it. That was the first one I ever developed, was the Market Master system. Do you see what I mean by earlier? See, as it was going up here, coming back up towards my entry, a lot of new traders would get out right there, getting scared, going, oh, well, I need to take some profit. I got to take something. And then they get out and just take barely anything, whereas if they would have held it, it came back down. And it's going to continue to come down and hit my 100 tick exit down here. And, well, let's just say it has a very good chance of doing that. A very good chance. So I'm going for it, and it should hit it, and I hit them all the time, every day. No problem at all. And so can you. No problem at all. Okay, just to give you a little update here, Nerve has gone back up a bit here. I'm still hanging on to it here. My position is up here, looking for 100 ticks. The low is down here, and I'm looking for it to come all the way back down, break below that low, and go hit my exit for 100 ticks. I am still in Caesars, but CZR, but it's not doing anything. It's only trading at 11.55 right now, and I'm in at 11.65, so I'm only up 10 ticks on that one. Only have 1,400 shares on it too, so I don't know if it's going to do anything today. It might just go sideways today. That's what it's starting to really look like it's going to do, just continue to go sideways. But this one here should go down and should hit my exit for 100 ticks, so I'm going to have one winner today at least. I'll come back. But just so you know, whenever you're in a trade, you always want to have a plan for that trade. And my system gives you that plan. It gives you the entry, it gives you the exit as well. So for instance here, what would I do if it were to go back up again? I would break even on the trade. I wouldn't try to take a small little trade like that. I don't need to. I would just break even on the trade, wouldn't lose anything at this point. But I'm going for 100 ticks here. And you'll see me do this basically every day. And you'll see me hit it most of the time. And the only way to get them is to go for them. If you don't go for them, you never hit them. When you hit them, you get your account way ahead. When you can do this virtually every day, you get your account way, way, way ahead. Like most people can't imagine. All you have to have is the right knowledge. My courses that I have at my website, Day Trading the Chart, will give you that right knowledge of what you're seeing me do today. Most traders would have gotten out already. They see the profit going away. I was up 3,000. Now I'm only up 1,800. They see $1,200 go away like that. They'd get out. But they'd get out and only make, 1,800 or 2,000 or something like that, or 2,500, or I was even up 3,000. You could have got out for. But I'm going to make 5,000. And there's a big difference between when you can do something like that. Now it's possible I could break even today. I'm looking at it right now. It is acting a little bit weird, but it's okay. It's all in the chart. It's all completely 100% in the chart. It's not in any kind of price action or anything like that. It's all in the chart. I would teach you the secret in my trading courses. Anyway, I will come back. But I just wanted to point out to you that I do have a plan. Always you have a plan, no matter what. You don't hope. You just have a plan that you are going to execute no matter what. If this comes all the way back up and I break even, it will be no big deal to me whatsoever, because it happens to me, I don't know, maybe 20% of the time. I'm not sure. I never really measured it before, but it happens. I don't let it bother me when it does. But I 100% guarantee you, you're going to see me hit 100 tick trades left and right, 200 tick trades left and right, all the time, every day. And I will show that to you. Anyway, I'll come back. I did miss two good ones today. PTN, that was really good for going short on, and you could short it with Interactive Brokers. I had checked it earlier. I checked it this morning. And also NUGT. NUGT, it's another one. My system worked perfectly on it. Would have made 100 ticks on it already. So those were good movers. PTN was only like $1.70, something like that, so you don't make 100 ticks on those, but you can make a lot of money per tick on those, buy more shares. So go in with 10,000, 20,000 shares and do pretty well. Anyway, I'll come back. So one of the beautiful things you're going to find about Interactive Brokers is not only can you trade any market in the world, jump over to Chinese market, Japanese market, Indian market, any market, Australian market, any market you want in the world, jump over to it in 30 seconds. You even go have your account approved for it and everything, really quick. And sign up for the data and everything, and boom, you're ready to trade. Any market in the world, really quick. But not only do you have that power, but you can also short just about any stock that you want. Not any stock, but almost any stock. It's pretty rare to come across a stock where you can't short it. I mean, it does happen. It even happens daily, but most of the stocks, 90% of them, I would say, you can short. So, and that goes for them being at any price. Like PTN was opened up at $1.70, I think it was, and now it went down to $1.17. But you can short it. So you can short stocks that only are $1.70, for instance. Even short stocks that are less than that. Short stocks that are less than $1. Interactive Brokers really gives you a lot of power to be able to do any kind of trading you want to do. And for a really good price, too. I mean, you can't beat like 35 cents for 100 shares to come in and practice with. And then if you're not trading with a lot of shares, because you're trading stocks that are higher in price, you'd use their per share trading. That's what I use, and it's really cheap. I mean, it's really super good. And the fills are really good. I always recommend, when you use my system and you're trading, just use market. You don't need to use a limit order, and just jump in. You can see, though, when you have scanners, you can see quite a bit of stuff. See some high flyers, see some reversals. Got a few reversals going here, and some gap ups, and some good high flyers. This is the one I was talking about, NUGT, It was good. It was good. I saw it, but I can only trade so many stocks at one time. And I just let that one go. And also the other one, PTN, that should be in here somewhere as well, because I saw it earlier and put it down into my charts. It's in here somewhere. Well, wherever it is, I saw it. I've been watching it, and I was going to take it as well today, but I got caught up into watching Caesars and then also with this other one, Nerve, and took those instead. But my point is that there's a lot of opportunity in the markets. You just have to have the right tools in order to see it. And I've got equity feed. It's $200 a month, but there's other ones you could get for $100 a month. There's other ones you can get for $50 a month. You could even find some online that are free. That the website will show you different stocks and what's moving. All you need to do is just find something that's moving and use my system on it. You can make money with it, no problem at all. Okay, I just exited the position on, as soon as it shot up there to 650, I just got out from my short position. To go short, what I did was hit the sell button, and that gave me a short position. And then in order to get out of the trade, I hit the buy button. That buys back the shares from the broker I borrowed, buys them back, gives them back to the broker automatically. I get to keep the difference between what I shorted at and what I bought back at. If that costs me more money, then I take a loss. If it costs me less money, then I get to keep the profit. So I made $250 on Nerve. Could have made $3,000 on it. I don't know why it's popping back up here right now, but I am going to take another entry on this. I'm going to use another entry. I have multiple choices I could use from right here. I can use a Market Master entry, or I can use an easy entry. And I'm going to come back and take it. By the way, just to take a quick look over at CZR, it is not doing much. It's really not doing anything. I'm in at 1165. It's at 1151. It's just not moving very much right now. It might move in a bit here, start moving, but it might also just go sideways for a while. So anyway, going back to Nerve again. So I'm looking for this for another entry here. And I'll be back as soon as I've taken it. Okay, I've taken another short position here on Nerve. My position is now sitting at, well, it says 641. 641, and I've got 5,000 shares short again. I'll be right back. By the way, the entry that I just used was a Market Master entry. I'm sure many of you are interested in knowing, so I'll tell you. I just simply used a Market Master entry there. It's got a very small stop on it, and if it gets hit, there's only going to be a small loss. Otherwise, this trade right here should be good to come down. We're still in a big trade here. All I did was exit my position to make sure it wasn't going to keep going higher. I got a Market Master entry to go back short, took it short. It's really, really easy when you know the right knowledge. And that's all you need to do. And I'm here to teach it to you. You know, my courses are only 1 hour long. And you could make back the price of my course in just one trade. One trade, and that's it. And you could make back that price very easily. So I think it's well worth the cost. And you're really going to like my courses. So anyway, I'm looking forward to come down here to my original exit of about 555. So almost 100 ticks there. I can get about 90 ticks from this position here. I'll come back. Oh, and CZR is still not moving. It's 1149 right now. It's really not moving. It might move, it might not. If it doesn't, no big deal. This one, hopefully I'll get my exit here and have a nice day, which I usually always do almost every single day, which you will see for yourself. So follow my YouTube channel, follow me on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, and every day you're going to see my videos. And And I'll also teach you a great deal about trading, a great deal of free information to learn about trading and how to become a real trader. What I hope to do is inspire you you could see there's this mystery about trading, and it really shouldn't be a mystery at all. It's really not that big of a deal. And all you need to do is learn how to do it, and you can make a lot of money at it. A lot of money. People don't realize how much money us traders are making. But we're making a lot, which you will see every day as I will show you. Okay, this trade is starting to move down here a bit, but still has a long ways to go to get down to $5.55, where I think it should go down there. But we'll see. But I'm going to give it the time to make it down there. Right now it is 13:41, so it is 1:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York time. And the market still has, 2 hours and 19 minutes left before it closes, before the USA stock market closes. Okay, believe it or not, even CZR is starting to come down a little bit here. Let's go take a look at it. Yeah, even this one's coming down a little bit. Not very much though. Try to zoom out a little bit. See, it's basically just going sideways. Once it gapped up, it's just going sideways now. It's one of those sideways markets. I mean, it might start coming down here, but it could easily just continue to bounce up a little bit and just continue to basically go sideways from the open. Like I said earlier, they come. They happen. Don't let them bother you. But this one, it could very easily do it today. If it's going to do it, I mean, if you want to know what one looks like, this is what one looks like. It just goes sideways the whole time. There's most likely it would have gone down earlier, but it could get going here. So I'm still hanging on to it. No reason to get rid of it right now. It is this other one that I'm looking to hit a good trade on today. An ERV. We'll zoom in a little bit. You can see I caught it back up here short off a market master entry and just writing it down. I'm looking for it to break below this low down here at 591 and go down to about 555 or so, where I plan to exit. And you might look at the chart, zoom out a little bit, you might look at the chart and say, well, why would it do that? And a lot of people would say, oh, because it's going to fill the gap. And that does have a certain amount of truth to it, yes, because it's going to fill the gap, but that is not why I'm taking it short. There's a lot of stocks that gap up, come down a little bit, and then go back higher and break above their previous high, and their gap and runs. They happen all the time. So just because something is gap doesn't mean it's going to fill the gap. And so you need to have a better system than that. And I do. And I took it short because I have a very specific system that said to take it short. And a system that you're going to see over time here through this channel, how effective it is. It's going to really amaze you. Just like when you get my courses, they are really going to amaze you. And they will really open up your eyes and really show you how easy trading actually really is. Okay, it is starting to make a nice little move down here, but still looking for it to get down to $5 and we'll just call it $5.50. Somewhere right around there it should go down to, according to my system. And you say, what system is that? Well, it's my big trade system. But I used easy entry as the initial entry. And then I got back out, and then I used Market Master as the last entry to get back in again. But it was using a Market Master entry into a big trade. the system of using the big trade. So I'm using a combination of systems here, but any one of them will get you, well, all of them are really super good, but it just depends on how you want to trade. If you want to trade really super aggressive, you want Market Master. If you want to trade like you see me doing here, just going after a big trade and hitting it over and over and over again, making it easy, you want Big Trade. And then I would recommend Easy Entry with it. Unless you want to trade aggressive, then you could use Market Master with Big Trade. So you've got different ways to go. By the way, Caesars is still not doing anything here. Let's go take a look at it real quick. It's just not doing anything. It's going sideways for today. And it's probably going to continue to do that. You can see it here. It's probably just going to continue to do that. Like I said, these trades are going to come around. Don't worry about them when they do. It's no big deal. But it's always good to have two trades going. That way, when you do come around one of these, you've got most of the time your other one will be a winner. So I always like to trade 2 per day. But most of the time, though, you'll see that I hit both of them. Usually hit 2 trades per day. But it's just that when I do get a bad one like that, at least I've got one winner. So it's always good. Always good to have at least one good one, because every day you want to come out ahead, right? Well, my system, you can come out ahead every day. Okay, sometimes you will see that I can't come out ahead for a day. It does happen to me sometimes, but most of the time, I'm going to come out ahead. And when I say most of the time, I don't know, 90+% of the time. So I'll be back. Okay, it's getting close to the bottom down here at 591 is the bottom. And we're currently at 596, so almost there. Once it breaks below that bottom, should be a pretty good ride down to about 550 or so. And I will jump out down there. And all I need to do is hit the buy button, and it will get me out of the shares that I have short, give them back to the broker. Because see, when you go short, what you're doing is you're borrowing shares from your broker, selling them into the market. Somebody buys them from you. And then if it goes down in price, you're able to buy back shares again, give them back to the broker for a cheaper price. You get to split the difference. And you get to keep the profit. All you got to do is give the shares back to the broker. So shorting is fantastic. It's a fantastic way to make money. You certainly don't want to limit yourself. When the system says go long, you go long. When the system says go short, you go short. You don't limit yourself at all. And with Interactive Brokers, you can short anything, everything, just about. So you have no limitations using this broker. If you don't have 25,000 or more to put in the account so you could day trade stocks and everything, there's multiple different things you could do. You could trade just futures like the ES, the YM, the DAX, the Hang Seng, CL, which is oil. You could trade all of those or any futures, and there is no day trading rule. So you can just trade whatever you've got in your account, 1, 2 contracts. You trade something cheap like the ES, for instance. And so you don't need to have 25,000 in your account. You can just trade those until you get 25,000 in your account or more, and then you could trade stocks. You can day trade them all you want. Or let's say you just want to do stocks and not do the futures. Well, that's no problem too. Just don't make more than 3 day trades every week. That's pretty much all you got to do until you get to 25,000. Another thing you could do is play gappers. And you could use my system to do that too with. And you could play gap ups, gap downs, everything. So in other words, what I mean is that you would buy one day and then sell the next, or short one day and then buy back the next. That way it's not a day trade. And you could do that as much as you want. But if you short and then buy back in one day, or buy and then sell in one day, that's a day trade. You can do 3 of those per a 5-day rolling period, and that's no problem at all. But if you try to do more than 3, that's when you're going to run into the problem of the day trading rule. So you need more than 25,000 in your account if you want to do that. If you have over 25,000, it's no problem. You can trade as much as you want. You can make 100, 200 trades a day, no problem. A lot of traders get around this by just trading the futures, which is good. You can also get around it by going through another broker that I explain on my website. They give you 6-to-1 margin. And you can trade stocks. So if you just have like $5,000, you can get like $30,000 to trade with. So you have many, many options to choose from what to do. A lot of people, including myself, like to trade the Hang Seng. It's great. Moved 800 ticks the other day. It really likes to move, and when it moves, it's a real money maker. And you could trade that as much as you want. So you could use Market Master on it, trade that as much as you want. No day trading rule at all. Just in case some of you are wondering what time it is, you might be wondering exactly what time this is that you're seeing on this video. Here is the world clock, and you can see the times all around the world. So Casablanca, Chicago, Denver, Hong Kong, Beijing, right? All around the world you can see San Salvador, Rome, Taipei. Scroll down a little bit, and Mexico City. Here's New York. It's 2:40 p.m. New York time. That's what you're seeing on the chart here. It's my time, 2:40 New York time. And you can see Washington D.C., same thing. Jerusalem, Boston, everywhere, all over the world. So you can see whatever time you're showing is your time relative to this time that you're seeing on the video. And you can trade world markets at any time. So wherever you are in the world, whether it be Tokyo or anywhere else, Sydney or anywhere else, you can trade a time zone that is good for you. You can trade your own market, or let's say you want to trade an off time, you could trade another market. Whatever market was good at that particular time that you wanted to trade. Like for instance, if you lived in Honolulu, hard to trade the USA market because it comes at like 3 o'clock in the morning to you. And who wants to wake up 3 o'clock in the morning? So you could trade other markets though that would be good for you in your time zone, like Asian markets for instance, like the Chinese for instance. Anyway, let's go take a look at this stock again. It is kind of bouncing around a bit, isn't it? It went down and bounced off of 596, so we got a low of 591 and 596 here. I'm still looking for it to come back down, break below this low, break below this low, and come down a bit. Maybe to at least around 580 or so, 570, or maybe even 550. The time is 2:43. We got an hour and 17 minutes left before the market closes. So it's going to have to do it pretty soon. I'll come back. Okay, it looks like it's going for the bottom here. 591 is the bottom right there. There's the break. Alright, let's see what it does here. If it drops down really hard into 550, I'm going to take it. See, all I got, you don't see this on the screen here, but on my screen to the right, I have 6 screens. On my screen to the right is just my entry window. And all I have to do is hit the buy button. It's already set for quantity 5,000. It's already set for market. All I have to do is hit the buy button and I'll get out in a second or two. Especially if it's going down. If it's going down while I get out, just take a second or two. That's it. Interactive Brokers is very fast. Using the smart routing, it's very fast. It's very good. So, anyway, I'm just waiting right now. It should make it down there. But I just wanted to see if it would go down really fast. I'll go ahead and get out. Anyway, I'm still waiting for about $5.50. Now from here, I've got a lot of profit, right? And I don't really want to let the profit go. I can use Market Master to tell me when to get out. See, as soon as I get a long entry off of Market Master, I can just get out. So you see, knowing all of my trading techniques are extremely useful, no matter what. But knowing all of them at the same time, you're unstoppable as a trader. I mean, you could basically do anything you want to do. It's all about knowledge. And everything that you're seeing right here on screen is what I am using. I'm not using anything else. I'm only using what you are seeing. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. It's a very, very simple system. There isn't a bunch of complicated indicators to use or anything like that. Nothing. It's very simple. So simple, I'm able to teach it to you in 1 hour. That's how simple it is. Okay, still looking for a move down here. Looking for a Market Master entry. If I do get a long, I am going to go ahead and jump out because I'm very close to my... It came down to 573. It's, within 18 ticks of my original. So it's 18 ticks. It's pretty close. Okay, hang on a second. I think I am going to get an entry to go long. Okay. I am getting an entry to go long here. I'm going to go ahead and jump out. Just looking to see one thing here. Okay, where's the high at? The high is sitting at, take a look at it right here. The high is sitting at 588. If it goes higher than that high, I'm going to jump out. So if it hits 589, I'm going to jump out. I'm going to hit the buy button and buy back the shares I borrowed and give it back to the broker and take the profit that I've got, which is about close to $3,000. Okay, got my finger on the button. Now if it continues to go down here, I'm going to hold it down to about 550. Otherwise, hits 589, I jump out and take the profit that I've got. See, a very simple system. It's so simple, it's so easy. Very logical, very simple, nothing complicated. Okay, just waiting to see if it's going to break now. It probably will. Once it breaks again, it'll probably make the move down to 550 pretty quickly. And I'm going to go ahead and jump out as soon as it does. I could wait and go for more if I wanted to, but I have a specific strategy that I use. I take the ticks that I should be able to get. Don't try to go for more unless it looks really good. Sometimes stocks are really, really moving, and it pays to go for more, like 200 ticks. Even more. Like on Lyft, I hit a 300 tick trade. So yeah, it pays, but you got to know when to go for that. And on this one, you don't want to go for that. Down to 550 is perfectly good on this particular one. 555 actually is my original exit. Okay, taking a look. Do I have a Market Master entry yet? No. Actually, I take that back. Yes, I do. I have a short. I have a short Market Master short entry. Okay, it should go down here. As soon as it does, I'm going to jump out about 550 or so. I'll come back. By the way, Caesars is not doing anything at all. It's sitting at 1144 right now. It's not going anywhere. So it's just a sideways market all day long. Gap up and go sideways. And I'll exit that trade in here just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to get another market master entry here. I think it might be a long signal. I can't tell right now, but it's setting up to possibly be a long signal. As soon as it does, I'm going to exit. I'm going to buy back the shares that I have borrowed. I borrowed them to go short, and now I have to buy them back and give them back to the broker. And I get to keep the profit. Any difference in price I get to keep. Or any difference in price I have to eat up, I have to pay for. It's all about saying or believing that it's going to go down. And it goes down, and you went short, you make money. A lot of people don't understand that, but I really want to get that across to all of you. It's so easy to make money to go down. So simple. Okay. Looking for an entry here. If it goes long, I'm going to get out. If it goes short, I will hold it. This is a market master entry I'm looking at here. It's all on the chart. I know that's hard to believe, but trust me, it's true. You'll learn all about it in my courses. Which again only takes me 1 hour to teach you per course. It's easy for you to learn. Easy for me to teach you. Because it's not complicated at all. And I've simplified everything too, so things that work the best are the simplest. Really, it's true. Okay, it's going to go long. All right, I'm jumping out. It's going a little bit slow here. Okay, I am out of the trade. So I made 3,084 on this particular stock. Let's go over to the other one. It's not doing anything at all. Caesars. Let's go ahead and jump out of this one. 1,400. Okay. And we'll get out. Okay, so I made 266 on this stock here. Didn't go anywhere, unfortunately. And I made, let's see, on this one. I usually always play 2. Sometimes I play more, but usually just 2 is all I need. I don't need any more than 2. And so I made 3,000 on this one. Could have did better, but as you can see, the type of trading I do is very easy. I don't need to make a bunch of trades. Really, it's just every day I'm going to show this to you. It's basically the same thing every day. Although today I didn't do that good. I could have did a lot better, but as the market picks back up and there's more opportunities, and just every day is different. Every day is a new day, and every day you play something different, and every day is a new scenario, but you always use the same system. And you're going to see how good it works. I'm going to show it to you every single day to amaze you and inspire you and show you in the incredible, amazing ability there is to make money trading the markets. You just need to know the right knowledge. And that's all it is. That's all it's about. And some practice. And that's it. Okay, so I'm showing on my other screen that I made 3,350 today and 8.3% profit on my money, an 8.3% profit on my money in one day. And you'll see that I do better than that a lot of the time. And what I did is you're going to see me take a $40,000 account up to about 250 relatively quickly. And, usually I don't let it go too much further beyond that, and I'll take it out again, and then I take it back up there again, take it out again. I keep doing that over and over. And you're just going to see me do what I normally do. And to show you the power of trading, the power of knowing how to trade, using the right system, learning from the right person, just like I learned a long time ago from the right person. And then I went on to make my own trading developments and made a major breakthrough, as I said. And now I'm teaching this breakthrough to everyone who wants to learn. Anyway, today is Monday, June 24th. You can see the date right here, June 24th. And of course, this is the time. And this is the stock. I was trading NERV. No longer have a position, trading it in US dollars. It doesn't show anymore, but that's my realized profit and loss. Made $3,084 on this particular stock, and then a couple hundred on the other one, so I'm up 3,350 for today. I usually make more money than that every day. Usually make 5, 6, 7, 8, 10,000 a day, usually. Anyway, like I said, you're going to see for yourself right here, my YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe, and I will show you every day the incredible, amazing power of learning to day trade the chart. Feel free to ask some questions here on the video and through YouTube. Answer all questions through email, YouTube, all social media. And if you ask, I'll answer and try to help you as much as I can how to learn how to trade the markets like you see me doing. So I will see all of you tomorrow, and to your trading success from Trader X at daytradingthechart.com.